she wants this done bad. She still got money. If I don't do it, she gonna have somebody else do it. And I didn't want to see that.
It all began on November 6, 2011 in Ashtabula County, Ohio, when 45-year-old Daniel Posey Brown was heading home at night on Route 193. He got a call from his wife, Angel Brown, who then passed the phone to their young son. As Daniel was talking to his son, the child suddenly heard a loud sound and then the call cut off. Out of nowhere, a horse had entered the road and Daniel crashed into it. After the impact, Daniel's car veered off the road until it finally came to a stop. Witnesses immediately called 911. Within minutes, Ohio State Police arrived at the scene. When they approached the vehicle, they found Daniel unresponsive. Despite life-saving efforts, Daniel was pronounced dead. He died as a result of blunt trauma to the head, neck, and chest. Back at home, miles away, his wife and son had no idea what was going on. You may think this is the end of the story, but it was really just the beginning. Born in 1965, Daniel Posey grew up in northern Ohio. A few years after graduating high school, he met Lisa Luke. After 2 years of dating, Lisa became pregnant with their first son. Shortly after, the couple got married. Daniel began working as a mechanic alongside his father, and later, he and Lisa started a tanning salon business together. Over the next few years, the couple welcomed 2 more children into the world. Lisa later shared that Daniel was a fantastic father who had always been there for his children. But it wasn't easy. Daniel was juggling 2 jobs, working both as a mechanic and managing the salon at the same time, which created stress for the family. In 1996, after nearly 10 years of marriage, Daniel and Lisa divorced. Later that year, Daniel met someone new at a nightclub, 19-year-old Angel Brown. She was performing that night and something clicked between them. Over the next few months, Daniel began spending more time at the club and less time with his children. Angel Brown had a rough childhood. She had even tried to pursue a boxing career, but it didn't work out. She was at a crossroads in her life until she met Daniel. According to Daniel's mother, Colleen, the two were deeply in love. In 2003, Angel and Daniel got married, and a year later they had a son together. By all accounts, they were devoted parents. Angel left her nightclub job to become a stay-at-home mom fully dedicated to raising their son, while Daniel worked hard to provide them with the best life possible. On the night of the accident, their young son was left confused and worried. He had no idea what had happened to his father. Back at the accident scene, police determined that the horse belonged to an Amish owner. That night, an Amish party was taking place nearby, and the horse had somehow escaped, running into the road and colliding with Daniel's car. After Daniel's death, his family tried to move forward with their lives the best they could. But just 2 months later, on January 11th, 2012, a man named James Haley walked into the Ashtabula County Sheriff's Office claiming to have information about a potential murder-for-hire plot. Detectives already knew James because of his troubled past. He had previously served 5 years in prison for setting fire to a fireworks factory. He was also a former boxer and boxing trainer. Detectives placed James in an interview room to hear exactly what information he had. In the interview you're about to watch, James Haley tells investigators that his former boxing student Angel Brown offered him $4,000 to kill Lisa Luke. He admits that he took the money, but says he never went through with the murder. Instead, he chose to cooperate with authorities.
What's your name, man?
Cleveland.
Oh, you Cleveland. They keep asking me, don't you know Cleveland? Actually,
Yeah.
I thought Cleveland was a black guy.
Yeah, everybody does. Not just a skinny white kid. Hey, here's the deal. The prosecutor's not going to give a blanket check of immunity. He's not.
Why not? I mean,
Well, quite honestly, because we are not. What happens if we sign a blanket check of immunity on this thing, and then we end up going through the whole thing? We bring her in. She goes, no. Hot Collie was actually the person that come to me and was the one that started this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We can't.
Okay.
We can't do that. I understand that isn't the case. You're not that type of guy. You're not. I mean, or I know what you're about, and that ain't it. So here's the concern that we have. I mean, you're coming in here as a witness. You came in and talked to us earlier. We do need to get an accounting of what happened, and I'm going to be pretty.
See, I don't really know what happened. All I know is she called me and she asked me, she said that little phone, she wanted somebody whack. And I said, hey, don't talk on my phone like that. And I told her to meet me. And she met me at the truck stop in Kingsville. And she got in, she told me the situation, and I told her, I asked her, I said, well, what you stand to lose out of this, you know? I'm trying to, see, my whole thing is, well, if you're gonna pay me, I'm taking the money, I ain't doing that for you. I don't know you like that, you know? You were just gonna get got, you know? But I'm thinking, she wants this done bad. And she still got money. If I don't do it, she's gonna have somebody else do it. And I didn't want to see that happen.
I understand that. I understand that I think you have good motives in this as far as the police are concerned. I mean, I'm not going to condone stealing $4,000 from a woman, but I understand that. But I think you have good motives in this. I mean, I think that you're upstanding enough to realize that hey, listen. First of all, you are not going to be involved in any such plot. Second of all, if she's that serious, you know, somebody else might end up.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. So I mean, I can appreciate you coming in on that.
I ain't trying to be charged with nothing. And, I'm coming here to help you guys out. Why are you gonna try to charge me? You know, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay. Straight up, have you had any contact with her since you left here?
Except no.
None whatsoever. Not even through a third party.
No. I showed them the 2 texts she texted me earlier today, and this is the first time I heard from her just now.
Did you send her a text back?
I ain't sent her no text. The text earlier today. Here the text is right here.
Take a look at it.
Okay. I text her right there. And then she texts me back.
So that was on 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's this morning.
All right. Do you mind if I take a look through here and take a look at her text? I mean,
that's what she sent this morning. Yeah, I mean, I'm coming out here to help. I ain't trying to come out here and get in no trouble, man. I can't afford it, you know?
No, unfortunately, she's the one that started this whole thing as far as...
Yeah, I just don't want to see nobody get hurt. Because, you know, there's some bull. You know, I just figured, okay, I'll call Crime Stoppers. I get me some money. And then Crime Stoppers ain't answering the phone.
You sent her any other than that one to be careful with the phone?
Yep. That was it. And this is the second time I heard from her. So when I come through here, and I was walking through and my phone went off.
She call you, or did she?
She called me. She called me yesterday. She called me. What day was it? The day before. She called me.
Not yesterday, but the day before.
Day before, yeah.
Okay.
And I told her to meet me.
All right. So she called you like not yesterday, but the day before.
She called me the day before.
And then you met her out.
I met her at the TNA truck stop.
Yesterday or today?
Yeah.
Or yesterday or the day before?
The day before.
Okay.
The day before.
Okay.
And she came with the money yesterday at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
This is what's left. And she handed it in her hand, so her fingerprints could be on that. You know.
Okay. Where did she bring you the money?
Right there for 84 and 90.
Okay.
Right there. Mm-hmm.
84 and 90.
Yeah, right there with Pennzoil. Yes.
I'll put the place up there with the BP station.
Yeah, not the BP, but as soon as you get off the freeway.
Whatever. Oh, O&P.
Yeah.
O&P. All right. Hold on 1 second. Let's see what we're gonna do with this. See what else we need from them. What did she? What were her exact words when she was?
She wanted this big whack.
Okay. Did she say how she?
She didn't say how she wanted it, and I said, I just asked her, why do you want to lie? She said, and she explained to me, she got a kid by this guy, and they trying to get the estate or whatever. Yeah, get the estate, and she done had her Social Security stopped already. Whatever she done, I said, but you got an attorney. That's your husband.
Mm-hmm.
I said, she can't get nothing but Social Security. I said, so why are you going through all of this? And she said she had enough of her. She said she know they trying to make her son the heir or whatever, the other lady's son.
Right.
She said she's not going to. She's standing to lose everything. And I said, you sure you want to do this? She said, I'm adamant. I want this done. So, I'm thinking, I'm just trying to let her talk in to get me the money.
Right.
You know, I mean, you're talking to give me $4,000. That's your fault. You know, I said, what you gonna do? Sue me for breach of contract?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, let me see if there's anything else that I need from her. When she sent that text that said, just keep 1,000 for your troubles, she doesn't know that you spent the whole thing on bills?
She don't know.
Okay, that's cool. All right, we're running through a couple things here and options on what to do. Don't text her back yet.
I'm not.
In a second, we're probably going to have you call and text her back. Send her back a text that says, her last text said, did you get that? Send her back a text that says, yeah, I got it. Where are you at? Or something like that, or where are you going to be at?
Don't tell us nothing.
Yeah, no, you don't need to tell her something.
How long we gonna be? I'm trying to get to the Y, man. I got some big fish up there.
No, you'd probably be about 10 or 15 more minutes.
All right. Hey, one question. You looking out for me, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, we're looking out for you. I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know what's gonna go on with her as far as whether we're gonna be able to charge her with anything or not. But looking out for you. I'm just trying to think in my head about how to make this right.
Yeah, I got it. Where are you? Hey, how come doing the right thing don't feel good, man? How come doing the right thing don't feel good?
Listen, you're a smart man. You've been around a long time, and I ain't even gonna try and hide my feelings on this. I'm a little bit concerned that there's a period of time you leave here at 3 o'clock, or you leave here around noon, and you're back here about 4, and it just seems odd to me that she texts you back and cancels the whole thing right when we go
I swear to
back.
God. You can also look at all my calls on the phone. You can look at all my calls on the phone.
You can understand why that makes
Yeah.
odd.
I wouldn't do that.
Me trying to even hide the fact that I think that looks odd would come across to you that I think that you're stupid or trying to hide that. You ain't, man. You're a smart man.
I wouldn't come out here and do that, man. I wouldn't bring my ass out here and do that and try to warn her, Because the way I'm feeling, she wants this done so bad. She gonna get somebody to do it if I don't do it,
All right.
And she want my kids, man. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't even have came out here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry that I'm like making you wait, but I'm just trying to run through like about a million things in my head, trying to figure out how we're going to do this and what needs to get done, and make sure that we check all our boxes. Because at the end of all this, we need to make sure no harm's coming to that girl.
Yeah.
Right. That's our number one thing. All right. So at the end of this, we need to make sure. And I want to make sure that we're doing the right thing to there's other discussions that we have with our bosses. Hey, do we need to go? At what point in time do we need to go talk to that girl and say, listen, this was an issue with you? At what point in time do we need to go? We obviously have to talk to her, connect her. Is that right?
She just said that. She said she at home.
Just send back a call you later.
Yeah, I mean, come on here. I ain't got time to play games. I'm trying to cover my ass, man. I wasn't, Okay, call you later.
When did you send that text to her that was like tonight? That was like 9:30 this morning.
Yeah,
you sent it. Can I see that one again?
And that was the last time I talked to her.
Okay. Right question to ask whatever.
Hey, why don't you just come over here? Why you making you back and forth?
What's that?
Why don't you just come over here? Let's get this on.
Doing his own shit. He's the boss. But I tell you this, how about this? I'll go in and tell my boss how to do his job. How do you think that's going to work for me? I ain't going to sign my checks. All right, this is what we're going to do. We've had guys sitting up on her place. She stays on like Mel's Road in Dorset or something like that. We've had guys sitting on her place most of the day. And, making sure that nothing's going to happen. Because we want nothing to happen to this other girl. So we're going to pick her up and we're going to talk to her. The point in time where our guys have her picked up and we know that we can find her and we got her, we're gonna kick you loose and get you out of here, okay? Because I don't want past to cross or her to know that you come in or nothing like that. So we're gonna kick you loose and get her out of here. I just wanna make sure that for the next about 5 minutes that you hang out here in case we know something, in case something.
I was thinking, you should let me text her and say, why you change your mind? I said, I done blew the money, you don't get it back. And see what she say. I thought, let me text her, you call me. I said, you call me on this board, why you change your mind?
Nah, I mean, because, you know, we want to limit your involvement too in this stuff too. So, you
didn't tell her my phone was tapped and that's how y'all knew about this?
Probably, yeah. Probably we're going to do that. So this way, the texts you sent her back now don't look like you talked to the police or nothing like that. It looks pretty innocuous, and we'll talk to her on that. So give us a couple minutes to make sure that we got her in pocket, and then we're gonna kick you loose out of here.
Okay.
Sound good?
All right. Hey, I just want you to look out for me, Mac. I ain't coming here to get no trouble. You know?
I understand.
All right. Thanks, man.
Hey, what's she drive?
It's I don't know, some kind of maroon car. I don't know my cars, man, but.
All right. It's
I'm doing the right thing. I don't feel good. I'm trying to put it on there.
hit her up and give her a call and do what you said. Tell her, hey, listen, the money's spent. You ain't getting it back, and make sure that she does not want to do anything with that.
All right. Y'all kill me. Y'all kill me.
We don't know what the hell we're doing most of the time. Can you call her and talk to her?
I ain't got my speaker. The speakerphone ain't working.
No, you just do what you hear.
Huh? You ain't gonna be able to hear what's going on.
I'll listen to it on the other end. I'll just put my ear there. Yeah, we want to make sure that this is good, that she's not gonna do anything with somebody else.
Hey, what's going on? I ain't got shit. I ain't gonna let it happen. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I done fucked the money up. So you ain't gonna be able to get no money back. So I mean, what you want me to do? What I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. What you saying? It shouldn't, because I don't deal with people like that. All right, so yeah. So you know, I mean, I thought about that too. You know, I mean, you know, what about her kids though? You know. I mean, look. I mean, if you want it done, it's done. I mean, you just let me know. All right. I'm gonna hit you up as soon as it's done. Okay. All right, bye. See what I'm talking about?
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, this is the deal with this. We were going under the assumption that she didn't want this done, and I think that you got a pretty valid concern that if you don't do this, we think she's going to find somebody else to do it.
I mean, you see what I'm saying?
We're getting the prosecutor down here. We're talking. You have a concern about getting some immunity. We're going to get the prosecutor down here and work this. And we're going to end up having to wire you up and go have a conversation with her after a bit. All right. Today. Now. And we got to be here for as long as this takes. And this is not something that is going to be a negotiable thing. This is about, because man to man, I believe that. I think that she's going to find somebody else to do this.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I thought, oh, good, she was just bull. You'll get away, whatever's with the money, whatever. that wasn't what that conversation
She's serious.
was
You
about.
see what I'm saying? That's what bothered me. It's like, I'm just gonna take the money and run. And I'm thinking, if I don't do it, she gonna have somebody do it.
We're gonna get the attorney down here to talk to you and square stuff away. So
You got me covered.
So we got you covered. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Because the rest of the stuff was before. It looked like she wasn't going through with it. There wasn't any need for any of your concern to be addressed because it was a done deal. Now we got something going. We'll bring the attorney down to talk to you, and we can have this hammered out. And then we're gonna get you wired up and be thinking in your head about how you can have another conversation with her, as far as how this would go to talk to her, or recorded conversation with her, like a face-to-face conversation.
Yeah.
You think you could hit her up and say, listen, I'm gonna need another, $100, even $100 to either rent a car or my dude is taking care of this. He needs a hotel room. You got $80 or something like that to spot the hotel room for him. Can you do that?
Yeah.
That will give you a chance to meet with her in person, okay, and get the recording. Does that sound like a?
Okay. Now she gonna have to meet me. I'll have her meet me at the truck stop.
Wherever you want to meet her, you call the place. I don't care. You can meet her in any place in Ohio. It's fine with me. You pick that. Okay. Hold on one second. Let me get the attorney.
Since detectives weren't sure why Angel would want Lisa killed, they equipped James with a hidden microphone and camera in hopes of capturing video and audio evidence of Angel discussing the murder-for-hire plot.
Is January 11th, 2012 at 6:30 p.m. We are turning the recording on to complete a consensual conversation between the cooperating witness and the target, Miss Brown. We'll be driving to her residence now, and Detective Rose will be in the vehicle with our cooperating witness.
All right, it's coming up here on your right. Nice and slow here.
All right, ducking down.
Yeah. Where do you go back?
Don't let that dog bite me.
Get. My
Man.
girlfriend's in there.
Oh. Man, my GPS brought me right here.
Did it?
Yeah. Where you going?
Check on her little boy.
On the who?
On her little boy.
In the car?
He fell asleep and then she gets stuck here.
Oh, you can't leave them in no car. Oh. Well, I don't want. Hey, listen, come here. I don't want to come in, but listen. I'm gonna pick up dude.
Okay.
10 o'clock to be done. All right. I mean, he was pissed off at me because that little punk at $4,000 ain't. You just take care of me once you get your. All right. Once I leave here, I need to change your phone number.
I need to change my phone
Change
number?
your phone number in case anything happened. My number's in your phone.
No,
No.
I'll get that all out.
Okay. And
No contact?
not until you're good. All right.
Okay.
And I mean that's it.
And if anybody gets busted, nobody's coming back on me, right?
No,
Nobody's
no.
gonna mention my name, not even if somebody gets caught,
Who
right?
gonna get caught? I mean, if he get caught, he ain't gonna say nothing. He a soldier.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what
Okay.
started freaking me out. I'm thinking, oh, because I watched CSI yesterday.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, listen, if you, it's up to you. Because I jacked the paper off already. So, if you want to leave it alone.
Well, not if I'm not gonna get
Huh?
in trouble. Let me pat you down.
I ain't got shit, I ain't got shit. You got me. Yeah. I just, last time I seen you, I went to jail with Brandon. I was adamant because it felt like I was being set up. So I wanted to see you before Okay, all right, well, listen, I'm going. Don't call me.
I'm not.
Call me a couple days. Call me on the weekend.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
You good?
Yep.
All right. All right, baby. I'm going.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Drive safe.
All right, baby.
For horses in here.
Okay. I thought I thought she was coming to the car. She had a damn flashlight. She even patted me down.
I saw that. All right. This is Detective Brian Rose from Asheville County Sheriff's Department with a cooperating witness. Just doing a debrief on this. It is 6:38. Cooperating witness met with the suspect onto the porch, had a conversation, and we're back to the vehicle and we're leaving at this time. I'm going to be shutting the device off.
Investigators told Lisa Luke that Angel Brown had tried to have her killed. Lisa was in shock and terrified. She told investigators that Angel had already separated Daniel from his 3 children during the last years of his life, cutting off all contact. At the time of Daniel's death in November 2011, he owed Lisa over $30,000 in unpaid child support. After his passing, Angel collected $15,000 from an employer-issued life insurance policy and filed a wrongful death civil lawsuit against the owner of the horse involved in the fatal crash, receiving a $240,000 settlement. Lisa's attorney later contacted Angel, requesting that she pay the owed child support and allow Daniel's children a share of the funds. But according to investigators that same day, Angel called James and offered him $4,000 to murder Lisa. Investigators believe the timing was no coincidence. Angel saw Lisa not only as a personal rival, but as a direct threat to the money she had just secured, and decided to eliminate her. After gathering all the evidence, investigators went straight to Angel Brown's home to arrest her and bring her in for questioning. During the arrest, they discovered a newspaper inside her house that featured a photo of Lisa Luke, and across Lisa's head, Angel had written the word dead. When questioned, Angel claimed the entire thing was just a joke and maintained her innocence.
This is your opportunity to explain your actions.
I did. I told you why I was mad, but I was just talking and venting and frustrated.
No. Nobody thinks this is a joke.
At her trial, Angel continued to insist she was innocent, but the evidence against her was overwhelming. She was ultimately charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to commit aggravated murder and was sentenced to 9 years in prison.